Hi, I'm Mike Krupinski. Welcome to SNAPCAT Bandits live from the Blind Pig in downtown Ann Arbor, Michigan, recorded on March 6th, 2024.
I'm crazy, taking a chance lately. I'm in a trance, maybe.
You know, behind me here, this venue is a venerable venue that's seen many, many great acts over the years, much like Jimi Hendrix, John Lennon, R.E.M., and Nirvana. So without further ado, let's go inside because it's showtime. So this is our debut show for this project. This song's called If Looks Could Kill. There's always a point of origin, right? When you ask an artist, how'd you get started? What influenced you or prompted you to want to get involved in music? And so for me, I had the Nirvana VHS. I know it's dated, right? The Live Tonight Sold Out VHS tape. Okay, this is going back a ways. And I used to watch Kurt Cobain on screen like relentlessly, and especially the song Lithium. And I was watching that, and see, growing up, I loved Edward Van Halen, but I always thought that his guitar playing was in another world, and I kept thinking to myself, I could never do that. But I saw Kurt Cobain on screen, and he was playing like simple power chords, and I thought, you know what, that looks like something I could do. And so I had like $150 sitting around, and one day after school, I was going to class and everything, I jumped in my car, my old beat up car, and I went to a pawn shop in my neighborhood, and for $150 I got my first guitar, my first microphone and stand, and my first crappy little amp, and I got a songbook, Nirvana songbook, and I just started hammering away at the chords and the songs for like 12 hours a day. And so for me, that was my journey to get started. What about you? I know we kind of have a similar journey, but I mean, yours.
Well, mine's
unique.
different because I come from a musical background. My dad was in a very well-known cover band, and he did weddings and stuff, and he was booked like solid for like a year and a half straight. My mom was always booking the shows, and he was very into the music, and my uncle also played in that band. And so I grew up on this. From the day one when I was born, I heard music in the basement. This was the stuff that was going on, and sometimes they involved me in some of the skits they were doing and stuff like that. But they got me on the piano pretty early. So I was, as a kid, I wasn't like really into, focusing on playing, but, my dad was like, yeah, you gotta learn how to play, so I played the piano. My brother played the drums, and later I picked up the flute, and it was ironic because I never looked at that drum set growing up. I just, I was into other things. And so it was a little later, in my 20s, that I picked up the drums. I was like, man, I really want to play the drums. And it was just like, it just came to me, and I was like, I have to do that. I just got all of this energy all the time, and I got to do something with that. And so I put it into the drums, and like him, spent a lot of time learning how to play the drums. It was hours and hours and hours and hours,
Yeah, see, unlike Melanie, my parents never pushed me into music. They never really gave me that kick to do it. I had to figure it out myself, and so I never took any guitar lessons either. I mean, I just had, like I said, the songbook, and I just had the determination. I never quit. I would play to all hours of the morning, and my mom, she was really encouraging, and my dad, I don't really think he knew what to make of it. I think he was okay with it, but the louder I got, the more he wasn't okay with it. So, when it comes to how you get started, I think the really cool thing about it is that everyone has their own unique journey, okay? And when you get to a certain point, you start reflecting and looking back as, well, how did I get here? And so it's kind of nice that we can look back on that because we've been playing together so long that...
And we have such a history,
We've been playing together for a long time, and so, it's really cool that we can look back on it together.
We started with a love for Nirvana. I guess that was the thing that brought us together.
Yeah.
As well as, we wanted to get together and play a show, and I was in another band at the time, and that band was falling apart, and so Mike and I decided, well, we're going to take the show date. We were together 3 weeks, and we went and we played on stage together, and it was a hit right away.
It clicked. I had a bunch of songs ready to go. I mean, I was practicing for, like I said, for so long, and by the time I met Melanie,
really
we just
had motivation to play together.
We started hammering the songs out, and practicing and everything, and it just took off, and it happened really fast, and I
there
think
were other things we had in common too.
Yeah.
We're both vegetarians and stuff like
that.
So.
We're just clicking on all cylinders, and so when something feels good, feels right, and so for us to just playing music, it's almost like second nature now because, like I said, when you have such a history together, you can almost telegraph each other's moves on stage, or when we're even just jamming and trying to record songs and come up with something new. So I think it speaks well because there have been a lot of great duos, guitar and drums over the years that have had longevity. You think of Dave Grohl and Taylor Hawkins. You think of Alex and Edward Van Halen. Even to some extent, Jimmy Page and John Bonham. They were together for 12 years. I mean, that's a long time. And so when you think of the history of great guitar playing and drumming, I like to think that, hey, we have our own unique story too. So, and we're going to keep going as long as we can.
Next song is kind of a sexy song, right? It's called Taken by a Lover.
So when Melanie and I start writing a song, I'll bring a couple of ideas to the table. Maybe I'll have a riff, or maybe I'll have some lyrics and a melody. Right? And maybe I'll have like a half to 2/3 of a song written out, maybe fleshed out, and then I bring it to Melanie, and we'll sit down and think of the ideas, and then Melanie, she'll come in and she'll have her set of ideas.
Yeah, I'm the sounding board, basically, the first sounding board, and if it's average, I throw it back at him.
It's true. I mean,
it's got to be great.
It does. It's got to be badass. I mean, and now, I've written a few clinkers in my time.
Yeah,
and we have a garbage.
But a lot of it is workable. So he'll bring something, and it's almost there, but it's not quite there, and there needs to be more ideas in that. And I'll start bouncing those ideas with Mike, and have him change a few things in the song, or it could be because I'm a drummer. I'll say, well, maybe we should change the tempo here, or change the way this sounds. So it's not so one-dimensional. You want it to be more three-dimensional when the song is all done, and you hear a lot of different sounds going on at the same time.
Kind of like Chasing Shadows. So we had like 7/8 of the song done, but Mel said, hey, why don't we try speeding up the song at the end? And so we were at practice once, and we kind of sped the song up at the end, and we kind of looked at each other and said, yeah, that's going to work.
Yeah,
so,
and that was the song we always wanted to write.
Exactly. So that's kind of like, that's what songwriting means to Mel and me. We really collaborate on this, and I think, in a lot of ways, two heads are better than one. I think we turn out the best song that way. So the song No Freedom, we kind of had it lying around for a number of years, and it's kind of evolved from when we first started writing it. It started out as a really quick 2-minute punk song, but then I went back and I started to rewrite it, and I started to flesh it out a little bit more, where I added some layers on the guitar, and there's more tension and build up in this song than the original version is. And No Freedom is kind of, again, it's one of those songs where it comes from something in my head where I just felt kind of stifled, and sometimes life will kind of stifle you that way, when maybe you're involved in a bad job or something, or a bad relationship, and you feel like you don't have any freedom. So when this song was written to the stage it's at now, that we released it, I think this version is pretty powerful because there's a lot of punk ethos to it. There's also a lot of the edgy rockness, you could call it, if rockness is a word, but a lot of edgy rock to it, and it's quick and to the point, and I think it's probably one of our harder edge songs that we have, and I really like it. It translates well live, but I think it also translates well in the studio. So it's one of those songs where I think, maybe years from now I'll look back on it and think, hey, it's still a great song. I think I can do that with a handful of our songs, but, some of them stick out. And this one, I think, will still stick out to me. put our music up on Spotify in September of 2023, and we started gaining some traction moving forward, and we got some pretty good response. So much so that, like, right around Thanksgiving of 23, we get a phone call one morning. This guy right here.
Me and Mel are friends on Facebook.
Yeah,
Yep.
so these guys were online. I got back online, like, afterwards. So Alex called us up, said, hey, I like your stuff. You guys are really cool, you know, because Alex, Melanie, and I, we've known each other for years, a long time. And in a previous iteration of the band, the three of us, we went out and we played a bunch of shows together a long time ago. And so with Alex, we kind of we kept in touch, not all the time, because Alex has a family, and you know, we're doing other things and stuff like that. And so, so the phone call led to a jam session, and so Alex came by, and the three of us jammed, and it felt like old times. I mean, we just picked up where we left off, and it just clicked. And so,
I brought my daughter with me. She's 15. She wanted. I have all my stuff from when we first played, and she's like, "I want to go. This looks like a lot of fun." We got in the car. She goes, "This was great. Mel rocks." She was expecting a guy. I'm like, "No, she's a drummer." On the way home, I go, "I guarantee I'm going to get a phone call for a gig soon."
so what happens is that
And it happened.
I hooked up. Alex, hey man, we got an opportunity to play a show at the Blind Pig coming up in March of 24. Are you in? So I get a text back. Dude, I'm 99% in. So I told Melanie, she started laughing. She's like, we're just waiting on that 1%. So like the next day we get a text, he's like, yeah, 1%. So
that was the wife saying yes.
That's
what it
there you go.
So we started jamming and practicing, and so Alex and I would go over things on FaceTime because Alex lives like an hour or so away, and so it cut down on the time. But it's been like a snowball effect. The more we practiced, the more the songs, you know, we were fleshing out. The more the three of us came together, and it just seemed like, you know, the fit was just there, and it's really cool and it's really natural. So to be able to play a show with these guys again, it's like
old times.
Yeah, like old times.
It is.
Yeah, it's like old times. So it's one of those things where when you see us on stage and you see us rocking out, like Alex said, we all look sweet.
Let's travel, shows concern when love is blue with me. Ninja the stars on the remote tigers, it's 99 degrees. Oceans overheated in an empty tank of life. While the same attention lost, not because of the struggle.
Melanie and I, we've been playing together for a long time. It's just that this is our newest project. We've been in other iterations of bands throughout the years, and with that, we've compiled quite a number of musical influences. And her influences are a little bit different than mine, but when we bring them together, though, that's, I think, the most powerful thing. And I know that you know how much I like Nirvana and the Foo Fighters, but you've got your own that you bring to the table, too.
Yeah, I've come from Led Zeppelin, Metallica. You know, it's a lot of classic rock. And but these are foundation bands. We do not aim to sound like them. They're just, you can hear a foundation of classic rock in the music that we do.
And then, you know, like with some songs, a lot of times, you know, like I was describing to someone else about how I'll think of a line, a lyric line, and maybe I'll think of how another artist would sing it. You know, I've gone through the gamut. Adele, the Goo Goo Dolls, Fleetwood Mac, sometimes even the Beastie Boys. I mean,
Yeah, some unusual ones. Bauhaus.
Yeah, Bauhaus.
You know, we brought that in.
You know, even sometimes Eminem. You know, I'll be listening to an Eminem song, and his cadence or something will spark an influence in me to write a lyric that fits one of the songs that we're writing.
And we went way back. When we started listening to show tunes from the early 1930s, 1940s, watched some of the gospel groups coming up in the 40s and stuff, and it was just interesting history, but we got into the music, and I think that also had an influence on some of the stuff we wrote lately.
For example, I think last year we watched a couple of Elvis live concerts on Turner Classic Movies, and we love Elvis. And so in watching that, sometimes the influence comes out later. And so we were jamming.
We were fooling around with
we were jamming.
We were like, hey, this is more bluesy than we do.
And so we were doing that, and then all of a sudden I came up with the opening chords to Don't Want to Die, and we looked at each other like, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah.
And we like, hey, wait a minute, Elvis a few weeks ago. So you never know, like, when your influence is going to spark something in you, but when you do, you want to grab hold of it, because if it's really good, then we both know we'll look at each other.
Yeah, it's like magic, and you're like, oh, we better hit the record button.
And then if it sucks, we just go, well, let's not use that influence anymore.
So, we got a film crew here tonight. This is Sarah right here on the edge of the stage. Thanks, Sarah, for coming out tonight. And she did the video for this next song for us. A song called Don't Want to Die. Sounds like this. I'm crazy, taking a chance lately. I'm in a trance, and baby, this is the end, 'cause maybe I'm you and a man. Hold on, every day, memories. You're the day we might never be friends, 'cause I won't see you again. No, I just can't stop that. I'm living there, I don't wanna die. I'm living there, I don't wanna die. Give it a try, yeah. I'm living there, I don't wanna die. Hey! it a try, yeah.
The two of us, when we were getting together to start jamming again,
It was during the pandemic.
yeah, during the pandemic, 2020, 2021, we started with playing a lot of cover songs to kind of get the juices flowing again. But a lot of what we did was we kind of went back to the future. And we love Turner Classic Movies, and we watch that channel a lot. And so one of the movies that really hit home with us was Top Hat, which is made in 1935, starring Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers. And right away, I was...
The music by Irving Berlin.
Yeah, and music by Irving Berlin. I was totally blown away by the percussiveness and syncopated rhythm of Fred Astaire's tap dancing. And it's been said that he's one of the
And
greatest...
of course, I loved it, being a drummer.
He's one of the greatest movie dancers of all time. One of them, okay? And so when you're watching this, and then you're hearing, like Mel said, Irving Berlin, the songs Fancy Free, Top Hat, White Tie, and Tails, and you're watching Fred Astaire with these moves, and again, the rhythms, it's very influential. I could feel the hair stand on the back of my neck just watching it and listening to it, because it's perfect syncopation between a song and movement and rhythm. And I think Fred Astaire is a highly underrated percussionist, because one movie I saw he played the drums in. But, with his tap dancing and the foot movement and everything, that was highly, inspiring to both of us.
It's just amazing, but it was very inspiring, and I think we were getting away from modern music and just trying to get back to basics, and we're listening to things from in the past and stuff, and we cut ourselves off for a while from, everything modern for a while, and that really had an influence on what came next in our music.
Yeah. So, Melanie and I really liked Fleetwood Mac a lot, and we got asked to do a tribute show a number of years ago, and we had to come up with some songs that we really, really wanted to play and translate live. So, in listening to the Fleetwood Mac's catalog, we came up with Gold Dust Woman, and we've heard the original version, and it's kind of like a jangly, poppy version that Stevie Nicks and Lindsey Buckingham did an excellent job, obviously, with. And then we heard the whole version from the mid-'90s, and the whole version is really edgy. It's got a lot of edgy energy to it. But when I listened to it, I thought that the drums were kind of stuttering a bit, whereas I was waiting for the song to drive forward. So Mel and I talked it over, and when we went ahead to put this song together, we thought, hey, let's ratchet this thing up 1,000 notches and just drive it home. And so that's what we did with this song, and I think Stevie Nicks would be proud of it, and I think we did it justice. A lot of times when you do cover songs, if you're doing a tribute show and you do a cover song, maybe you want to do it exactly the same way that the original artist did, but for this one, we kind of wanted to put our own spin on it. So for this song, I think it's probably one of the best cover songs that we've ever done.
illusion of love, and it's been over now. Do you know how? Pick up the pieces and go.
Chasing Shadows was a song that came together really fast. And it's been said from songwriters in the past that a lot of the great songs come together in a short amount of time. And with this one, it was after dinner one night, and I was sitting on my kitchen counter with my acoustic guitar. You know, sometimes I do that, you know, when I'm thinking of things. And so I came up with the opening riff, and Melanie was there, and she said, "Hey, what's that?" And I said, "Oh, it's just a riff I had." And then she challenged me. She said, "Hey, why don't you write a song called Chasing Shadows? And it could be about whatever." And so I kind of ran with it. I said, okay. So the next morning I woke up with the rest of it. And I thought of a couple of ideas as I was writing it, especially Johnny Resnick from the Goo Goo Dolls. There's a line in the chorus that says, "Wishing you were here with me tonight." I could picture him singing that line in the song. And so I came up with that as I was cleaning a house. Yeah, I clean house, okay? Don't laugh. But, yeah, I mean, a lot of my good songwriting ideas come as I'm doing something else. And so I'll have to stop what I'm doing, and then I'll go back. And so I stitched this song together, and then I sat on my couch, I played it for Melanie, and she was like, "Oh my God, what a great song." And so, yeah, I think the song is impactful, it's powerful, and I think it's one of those songs that if you could put time in a bottle and capture the exact songwriting feeling, Gosh, I wish I could write 100 songs like that, but I know you know it's only one. So I'm really glad we wrote the song, and I know people really like it. So I'm really happy with it, and I think it's probably one of our best songs that we've ever written.
Looking around, I've never found a way to come close to you. I've been confined, forever follows me to the truth. I see a flashlight in the bedroom, a reflection on the wall. Leave me searching for Reflections around, don't make a sound. I don't know which one is you. Could it be ghost in the air? The beat of your heart is good. Conversation on the mirror, Sunday morning there will rise and light the Great, thank you.
Thank you very much for watching SNAPCAT Bandits live in downtown Ann Arbor, Michigan at the Blind Pig, recorded on March 6, 2024. Got a lot of people to thank. First and foremost, I want to thank Sarah and her video crew for coming out and taking some great footage tonight of the band performing. I want to thank you if you came out to the Blind Pig to watch us live performance, and also if you're watching this on any of the platforms that we've uploaded to, thank you for watching online. And we'll see you again next time at a venue near you.